Welcome back. So previously we have seen how we can create project structure and we understand the different files we are having inside the project. Now we are going to start writing first test case, and that will be a very simple test case. Like we are going to start browser, we are going to put URL, then after that we will locate some element and perform some action on that. Here in this session I'll explain the syntax as well, because previously we have seen we have a test case. I'll just move. So previously we have seen we had a test case and that was working as well, but the syntax is not understandable to us. If we need to write the syntax from the scratch, how we will write? So in this session I'll take it from the scratch, like I'm deleting the last syntax, and now we will start writing our own syntax over here. So for that we need to perform some action. First of all, we need to create a spec file, means test case file, which we already created. Like we have learning1 spec.cy.js. As I updated you in the last session, .js means that's a JavaScript file, .cy means that's a Cypress automation. So now the question comes, if I remove the .cy, will it work? Can we change the name of the file? Can we change the extension of the file? I'll explain all these things in the coming session. But the agenda of this session is to write and execute our first test case and also understand the syntax of it. So first, to create a spec file that we already have, create test suite. So here you can understand, first we need to create a test suite, and inside the test suite we need to write test cases. We can create test cases. So each test suite can have multiple test cases. Here, to create a test suite, it's very simple. We need to use a keyword describe. So I'm just writing describe, and inside the describe, now brackets, and inside the describe, first of all we are giving the name of the test suite. So I'm just giving the name like that's my functional, or I can say that's my smoke testing cases. That's my test suite name. Okay. After that we need to go for the comma, and here we need to start test suite. For that we can simply use a syntax like brackets equal to and greater than symbol. After that, curly braces start, curly braces end. So that's a syntax to start test suite. Again, I'll explain the syntax. So I'll just come back, and first of all we need to use the keyword describe. Here we have the bracket, there we need to give the details. So first is the first detail, we need to give the test suite name. So I've just given like smoke testing. Now comma, after that we need to write bracket is equal to greater than symbol. After that my test suite will be started. How? Curly braces start, curly braces end, means these curly braces are showing the body of the test suite. So means whatever we are going to write between these curly braces, that will be the part of body. Now that's my test suite. Even if you want to make comment, I'll just go for this is the first syntax to create test suite. I'll show you one more syntax later on, but that's the first syntax. Okay. Now inside that we need to write a test case. For test case we are going to use it. So it, and it shows like that's my test case, and normally we are starting the it after a tab, which shows like that's a part of the body of the test suite. Okay, I'm just making one tab and then it, again the bracket, and you need to give the name of the test case. So I'm saying okay, registration with valid user. You can give any name. Again the syntax would be same which we are writing here. I'll just copy. You can copy or you can write it yourself, like comma, and here brackets is equal to greater than symbol. Again the body of the test case will be started by the curly brace and end of the curly brace. So whatever we are going to write inside these curly braces will be the body of test case. I just make an enter, so that now here inside that you can write the body of the test case. That's a very simple syntax. You can create any number of test cases over here. So that's my first test case, which is ended over here. If you want to create one more test case, okay, it login with valid user. You can give, whatever the name you want to give, and again the comma. Here we have the brackets, then again equal to and greater than symbol. Again, the body will be started by the curly braces. That's my second test case. So you can write any number of test case inside this test suite. As of now, I'm just keeping one test case, so I'm just removing the second one and I'll start writing the test case here. So now we understand how to write test suite and test case. One more important thing, the name which we are giving for the test suite or test case, we can use double quotes or we can use single quotes. It's up to us. Both are supported. So I'll change it to the single quote because most of the places you will find single quotes over here. Okay. Now we are ready to write our test case. So here we have object with the name CY. We can use CY, but here we're not getting any suggestion. Even if you're not getting any suggestion, I'll just go for writing the syntax by myself. So I'll say cy.visit and we are going to navigate, or we are going to start a website which is www.thetestingword.com/testings. It's testings including S. This is the URL we are going to use for testing. So here, if I explain you, this is the page we are going to automate for now. Later on, we are going to work on many other pages. That's a sample application which we can use for automation. Okay, so I want to start this. For that, first of all, I'll just execute it one more time. So we know that how to execute. npx, it's a node package executor. Previously, we have seen a command npm, which is a node package manager. Here we are executing something. So there is a command npx Cypress open. It will open Cypress test runner. I'll just press enter. Started the Cypress. I'm going for the E2E because I have the end-to-end test cases. I want to execute on the Chrome. So start the test case. Here we get a spec file. Okay, I'll go to the spec file. Now it is executing the test case inside it. And whatever the action taking place, you will get logs on the left hand side. So you are getting like URL is open. That's a first command. We are starting our web page on a browser. Now, important thing over here, if you are not getting any suggestion, like previously we have seen when we are writing cy dot, we are not getting any suggestion. So if you're not getting any IntelliSense or suggestion, it will be difficult to work on. For that, simply we need to go to the top of the file and we are going to write 3x/reference types is equal to, and the name is Cypress, and that's the and of greater than symbol. So that's a XML syntax we are writing actually. It's a reference. That's a reference. Okay, so I have added that and now I'll try CUI. So we started to get a lot of Cypress command suggestions. Also, if I use dot, we are getting a lot of commands over here. So whenever you want to write your test case, it's always we need to add this line at the top of the file. As of now, we have only one file. If we create multiple spec file, at the top of each spec file, you need to write it. But later on, I'll show you, you can add this command on one place and that can be used in all the spec files. So I'll show you later on. But as of now, that's a first line we have to add in each spec file. Okay, that is added. We are able to start this web page. Now, I want to work on some elements. So I'll just go like I want to type something in this text box. For typing something in the text box, the requirement is we need to locate it. We need to find it. And for locating any text box or any button or any element on the page, we are going to use element locator. Cypress support two type of locators. One is CSS and other one is XPath. In coming session, I'll explain you different techniques of the CSS and XPath. For now, as of now, you need not to learn it. You can simply use the element locator option. So I'll just simply click on this and whichever the element you want to work on, you can click on that particular element. So it will give a command like you can use this command to locate this element. I'll simply copy this. Here we have the option of copy. And that's my second line of code, like cy.get. First, search this element and then what action you want to perform. So dot type. Type is the action, means type is the method which we are using to type anything in the text box. So I'm writing like hello world. So that's second line of my test case. As I save, you will notice it will automatically start executing. You can check here, it is typing here. If you want to check it, run it again, that's a simple rerun option. I'll just go for this. It will perform activity on the different element. As of now, we type on the one text box. Okay, I want to type in the second text box. Again, how to locate? You can simply click on this. So again, I'm going to the select element, and which element you want to work on? I want to work on this element. Again, I can go to the select element, and which element you want to work on? I want to work on the second element. So you will notice it created a command for the second text box, and here the command is locate an element. So cy.get method is to locate an element, and that is my element locator. As of now, I'm using CSS technique. By default, CSS is supported in the Cypress, but I'll show you how we can support XPath here as well. So there are many techniques to locate an element, but it is supporting CSS and XPath. CSS supported directly, XPath will be supported indirectly. I'll show you how. Okay, I will just copy this, and again cy.get means locate an element by using this locator. After that, once you find it, just type abcd@yahoo.com, whatever the email ID you want to type. Okay, again you will notice as I save, it will automatically start execution. You will notice that is working, but still I want to check it again, so I'm just rerunning it. So it enter username, it enter email. In the same way, you can put data into the different text boxes. But important thing to understand, whenever you want to work on any element, you will have to locate it by using element locator. As of now, this is a CSS element locator, and for finding out the element, that's a get command. Okay, what I do, I'll simply go and I want to work on the sign up. So simply click on this icon, and whichever the element you want to work on. I want to work on the sign up, or maybe I want to work on this read detail. I just click on the read detail. It will give you suggestion like you can use this command to locate particular element. Okay, I'll just copy it, and here we are locating element. Now I want to perform the click operation. So click is the action which we can use. So here we have a click method. Again, if you notice that started, go to the browser, you can check it, that started. Okay, I want to check again. That is working. So here we have seen how we can start writing our test case. That's the first test case we have written. In this session, we have covered how we can start writing test suite, test case, how we can work on few elements. As of now, we have seen text boxes and link. You can use the same thing for the button as well, but as of now, we worked on only link and text boxes. That's all we have for this session. In the next session, I'll show you working on many other elements. Also, we will cover some configuration options. That's all we have. Thanks for watching this video.